Hello, are you there? Yes, you are. Hi, welcome to this week's coffee break video. How you doing? So I'm Lindsay and this is Resistance Free Parenting and this is our coffee break time. So this is your time. This is a time where you can come and I'm going to call your attention just in case I haven't got it, because this is your time. And if you want to, go and grab yourself a brew, make yourself a coffee. But if not, do what you need to make this a sacred little space for you. You know, sit down, ground yourself, have a deep breath. Just make sure that you come into the fullness of your presence and your attention to spend some time with you, whatever works for you, whether you're relaxing in bed or you're busying around doing jobs, it's okay, but just allow yourself to be in the full presence of yourself so you can really gift yourself this bit of space. I am going to lead you in firstly a little chat, then I'm going to pull you a card from the personal empowerment cards, and then I'm going to lead you in a little bit of EFT tapping. So if you haven't joined us before, you're in for a treat. Come and join us. I'm really excited to have you with us. This week I am really thinking about something that came up for me, and it's a little thing, but it's one of those moments that I really love to really chew on, really digest, because it's these little life moments that really allow us to have the opportunity to come into our personal empowerment, our expansion, our growth, our mind, body, spirit, enlightenment and alignment. And for me, that stuff really does come through the everyday, through the mundane stuff, through our relationships, through our relationship with ourselves and our daily habits and the things that come up in the home. And my story for you is about our dishwasher. So for me, my spiritual enlightenment this week has been through the path of I was going to say broken, but that's an exaggeration. I'm not performing very well with dishwasher. It's been a bit bunged up, a bit unhappy, and I'm always really interested when these things show up. Firstly, what's going on a metaphysical level in the house? So what is showing up for us that is claggy, blocked, not clearing through well, not digesting properly, what's not coming out, fully refreshed and cleansed and clear. So I love to pay attention to this stuff and see the lessons of life coming through in everything. But also this has really brought up something which has called me to some more learning and growth through relationships, because we live in a multi-generational household, and that means I have a very up close and personal relationship with my mother-in-law because I share a space with her. And the kitchen in our house is one of our shared family spaces. So it is a space where we all come together, use the space together, we share equipment, and we have these two women who both have ideas and processes about how the equipment and things are to be dealt with and to use. And this kind of like stuff which seems small and it's not even conscious. We just have our own, habits and patterns and conditioning around, how these things are done, as well as our own natural movement. And, the dishwasher is one of those points where our differences show up, from what tablets we buy to how it's loaded, what isn't pre-washed. These are generational differences as well as just preferences of our, different ways of approaching things. All these like small fry little things that come up in families, in, house shares, all these kind of differences show up, don't they, around these points of focus. And the dishwasher is just the one in my mind this week because it's come up. And what's really interesting to me is when like our dishwasher has got this way of showing up for us to say, pay attention. It calls not only me as an individual into focus to look at, like I said, that metaphysical meaning and all that stuff that interests me, but us as a family, how we are processing, how we are communicating, how we are approaching. And life has this incredible way of bringing us these gifts through our relationships, through our everyday stuff, to allow us to make movement, to have more ease and flow and more intimacy and transparency and closeness and connection in our relationships through these experiences. So the dishwasher is needing attention. So I am pulled into a situation where it just happens to be, we're very stereotypical in those gender roles in that state in our family, that it tends to be me and the mother-in-law who are like dealing with these things. And so we have to have a conversation about how to best approach sorting the issue, and how we can better approach the use of the dishwasher to avoid these issues. And it brings up these things which are really small. I'm not trying to make them sound like these are some big bones of contention at all, but they are points of focus where we have to have a conversation about things that can easily, I'll speak for myself because I don't want to speak for her, but for me can bring up a sense of defensiveness, a sense of my way or the highway, and I want to prove it, I want to justify it, this is what we ought to do. And there's a feeling of not wanting to give of my recognition of where maybe some fault may lay with me, with my approach, the things I've done, some habits that haven't been helpful, or maybe some things that maybe I've fought for, that I've said, no, I think this is the best approach, and now I'm thinking, I don't know if I was right about that, and not wanting to backtrack, not wanting to lose face. All these small little things coming up in my awareness that is life giving me the opportunity to choose where do I want to let go, to release my resistance in my mind, in my body, in my attachments, in my habits, in my patterns. Where am I ready and willing to release so that I can come into less me, less ego, and more we as a family unit in our approach to this situation? How can I honour my needs, my boundaries, through this minute little life invitation all around the dishwasher, and allowing myself to actually take time to ponder, to process all of these things coming through the lens of this small life experience, which actually is so much more than just the focus. It is life showing me an opportunity to grow, to shift, to change, to expand, to realise more of myself in all ways that I've both consciously and unconsciously been asking for through this opportunity. So I am, choosing to go fully in to exploring and being with this, because for me it is a gift. And sometimes that gift is a bit uncomfortable, there's a lot of me who would like to just push it to the side and to do my kind of like gung-ho, I was right, let's do it this way, bull in a china shop approach. There is a part of me that would like to suppress guilt, shame, discomfort around things that maybe I didn't honour very well. I can hear it cracking in my voice. I didn't honour very well. I wasn't very honest about, and I don't mean honest as in I lied, but I wasn't completely in integrity with what I do versus what I say I do and what I show, and just all these really small things that are just like inconsequential, except they're representative of so much more, and they're just these opportunities to grow. And I love how we have these all the time through our life experience, that everyday mundane family home stuff and our everyday relationships are our greatest personal development and spiritual teachers all the time, in all ways, if we choose to go all in. And it's really not that retreat on the mountain, 7 days meditating. It's not that course that you sign up for, that you save and it costs you £15,000 to do. It is the meditation of life. Like, it is that step by step every day, noticing that the universe, God, your highest self, however you choose to see the fullness and the wholeness of your life experience, how that is showing up in everything, in nature, in relationships, in every word you speak, every little movement you make. I feel like I'm going into a Sting song now, so I probably ought to wrap up with that. Right. Okay. I am going to pull a card, so I'm going to give these a little shuffle while I ask if you would like to, oh, hello, okay, if you would like to notice anything that's coming up for you through what I've been sharing, or that has been in your awareness coming into this video this week. If you have a question or an intention, now's the time to really focus in on that. If you want to support your body, you can put your hand on your heart or down on your belly and really hold that intention and support your body, helping you to embody the fullness of that mind, body, spirit experience of that question or that wanting or that desire for guidance or clarity that's coming through you. And we can just really tune into that, and it doesn't matter when or where you're watching this video, because the energetics of the way that this works, the energy therapy work that I do is irrelevant of time and space. It's all about this moment now, the power of your presence in this moment now, and aligning with the energy of what I'm bringing in. And I will show you the card that I pulled, which is really gorgeous. A really beautiful art. Oh, she says dropping it. Really beautiful art and a lovely message. It says, pay attention to your body. I'll try and get the light off of that card there. Gorgeously in water. I'm feeling very blessed as we're about to go off on yet another little holiday break this week. Another little mini break for us. And this time we have a swimming pool, so hoping to get in some water and enjoying that. And the pay attention to your body message, and I feel like, before I read the back of the card with its invitation for you, I feel like I want to give you an invitation to notice now, as you receive that message, what is showing up in your body right now. Have you got an awareness of somewhere in your body that you're holding tension, tightness? It could be in your breathing, it could be you're holding your stomach in. Have you, like me, had a crackle in the throat? Have you got an awareness of an energy block or tension showing up somewhere in your muscles, across your head? Or do you have just a sense of a shadow or a heaviness that you're carrying somewhere? Just gently, with great love, welcome the awareness of that. I know it doesn't feel very comfortable, but welcome the awareness, because that's where your power is, to notice where it is and how it is, and to be with it, and to know that you are so beautifully whole and complete, and everything is well with that being there. So let's just welcome that feeling, whatever's showing up for you. Okay, and I'll read the back of this card. It says, today's lesson. On this day, think about one thing that your body requires that it didn't need yesterday. Just going to pause to allow you to think into that. Something very specific to this moment. Think about one thing your body requires on this day that it didn't need yesterday. Oh, love that for me. How's that showing up for you? Okay, listen, observe, and pay attention to the physical, emotional, mental, and psychological stresses in your body, and respond to one of them fully and consciously. So notice that one of them, because it can be really easy to feel overwhelmed with things showing up. But really ask yourself, go inside and ask yourself, what is the one thing that is really calling my attention right now? What is the message? What is the awareness? And just find it in yourself and trust your instinct. Just go there. You can't get it wrong. So just notice where your attention flows. And I will share with you, mine is very much in the throat. That's really showing up for me through this video. Notice what yours is. Okay. Your goal is to pay attention to your body in every way. So there's me in this video talking about how we can let life be our teacher, but our body that we walk with, that we carry with us everywhere, that is always present for us, is our greatest truth teller. You know, we can kid ourselves with our mind, with our thoughts, but the body tells the truth. You know, when we have stresses, strains, patterns that are not serving us, we will find them in the body. So with great love and acceptance and gentleness, just notice what's showing up for you right now. And if you would like me to, I'm very happy to support you with that now, with a little bit of EFT tapping. So when we do EFT tapping, if you've not done this before, it's a self-help technique which I can guide you with, and it's very easy to do. We're just going to tap. I'm just going to show you some acupoints on the face and body like this. And it's very simple. You can follow along with me, and I'm going to invite you to say some words after me, which are just going to help you to stay focused on your goal. That's all we're trying to do. It's like we've got a target and we want to keep our focus there, because our brain likes to go off, you know, off tangent. It's just keeping our focus while we tap on these acupoints. And when we tap on these acupoints, we're sending like an electrical impulse through to the amygdala, that part of the brain that sends out the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. And we're soothing it and we're calming it. So the amygdala is the part of the brain, that primal part of the brain, which goes into the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. So it's very much taking our body and our brain into survival mode. So while we're focused on this thing, we're in this survival pattern. And when we're there, we can't access our high thinking. We can't access our intuition. We aren't able to tap into our glorious wholeness and expansiveness. We're like in this small space. So we are working with our nervous system to calm that, relax that, release the tension, release the resistance, release the worry, release the fear, and allow ourselves to look at this thing that's showing up for us, keeping our focus there, but now to be in a calm, relaxed state as we do that. So then we can access our high thinking, we can access our inner knowing, our inner guidance, our intuition. Our body, in its relaxed state with all its hormones and chemicals and blood flowing and relaxed breathing, is now able to flow and bring us the signals and to allow everything to move as it's designed to. The digestion process can work as it's meant to, and things can start to move through and move on and move off as they were designed to do. You know, we don't need to hold on to these things, but they get blocked for all kinds of reasons, because life, you know, life is complicated, isn't it? We haven't exactly, any of us, grown up with these wonderful idealistic experiences of having the space held for us to fully explore each moment consciously and have a safe space held for us to explore all our emotions and speak our truth and release things as we go, you know. So we have to be really gentle with ourselves, that we have all these habits of like pushing things down and keeping them a bit blocked in, and we have processes like EFT tapping that can support us to release them again. Okay. So you can join me by tapping on the side of the hand underneath the little finger here. You don't need to hold your hand up, I'm just showing you. But while you're tapping here, I want you to put your focus on that part of your body, or that way that energy was showing up for you in your body, and just put your knowing there. And then you can say after me, and even though I have this block in my body. I deeply and completely accept myself. And again, even though I have this block in my body, I love and forgive myself for putting it there. Even though I have this block in my body, I am a good person and I'm in a good place and I love and appreciate myself. Okay, then we're going to just tap up on the front of an eyebrow, doesn't matter which one. And you're just going to say, this block in my body. And then on the side of the eye here, I have this block in my body. And under the eye, I've got this block showing up here in my body. And under the nose here, just want you to say thank you for showing me this block in my body. And on the chin here, thank you, body, for showing me what's present. And you can go with the wide hand right over the collarbone. And just tapping here, just saying, I've got this block in my body and I am safe. And you can use a flat hand, go under the arm here and say, I've got this block in my body and all is well. And on top of the head here, I've got this block in my body, but it's not permanent. And back on the eyebrow one more time, and I've got this block in my body. And on the side of the eye, but I choose to feel peace with that. Under the eye, I've got this block in my body. Under the nose, but I am safe. On the chin, I've got this block in my body. Over the collarbone, but I can let it go. And a flat hand. I've got a block in my body. And on top of the head, and it can go now. In its own time. Ah, good. And you can just allow yourself to just relax in your body. Take a deep breath if you want to, a full breath. And just as you let go of that out breath, just imagining that resistance, that tension, that discomfort, just that's ready to go, allowing it to go, allowing it to move, allowing it to leave, because it's brought you that message and now you've really heard it and received it. It's done its beautiful job. And if it's got more for you, just hold it in your heart that you're willing to listen and journey with it this week. Thank you for joining me in this space. Take good care of yourself. You might notice you're having a bit of a yawn, a bit of a sigh, or you're just wanting to really let the muscles go and allow your body to relax. So just go with that. Just signs that you're just relaxing with the shifts in your energy body system. I will see you next week. Did I have any announcements? I'm just thinking. I don't think so, particularly for this week. I'm on holiday again, as I said, but I'm around to check in on messages and I'll be doing my usual things in my usual spaces. And there's going to be a tap-in taste at the end of the month, so I'll keep telling you about that. If you want to try a bit more EFT tapping in a bit more depth, you can come and join that free tap-in taster. What else did I have for you in terms of announcements? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. If you feel able, open and willing to, I always much appreciate it if you're able to press like, do a little comment, subscribe. All those things support me in getting this out to more people, so I appreciate it when you can. But I know how busy and demanding life can be, so I don't want to add to the pressure, but it's always well received. If you can, I much appreciate it. Sending lots of love to you, and I will see you soon. Have a good week. Bye.